Hey guys, I know I promised a 3-part series on how we got the dogs that we got now. I already talked about Toby and Thomas, so our next two are Barkley and Briar. Barkley was their dad's dog when he moved in, and he came with him in 2019 to the house. At the time, he was still a puppy, so he was only a few months old. Barkley is not technically special needs, although he does get a lot of ear infections, and we are almost always on some form of ear wash or ear treatment because of it. So Mr. Barkley here gets lots of ear infections, but he's the sweetest boy. Now, Barkley, at one point, did escape from our house without his harness or anything, and he went missing for 13 days. And somehow in that 13 days, he made it completely out of state and ended up at an animal shelter in a neighboring state, which is who called us when they found him. Thankfully, they found him because we put a lot of effort into finding him and lots of ads taken out, and we're really glad that we got him back. He's been back with us 2 or 3 years since that happened. I believe it happened a year after they moved in here. He wasn't super old. Actually, it would have been longer than that because Barkley is 6 now, and he was 3 at the time that happened. So I guess it would have been a couple of years after they moved in. And then Miss Briar, we got in 2020. We saw her on Facebook is how we actually ended up with her. And she, technically, you don't have to call her special needs, but she is an orthopedic dog. If you followed our story last year at all, she did have to have bilateral TPLOs or knee replacements because she blew out her CCLs on both sides, which is the doggy version of an ACL. She also had to have procedures this year for osteomyelitis, which thankfully she got to keep her toe. And then she also got a paw infection this year, so she gets lots of things wrong with her back paws. It's always been the back paws. Other than that, that's how we ended up with these two. There will be a part 3 on how we ended up with Bruce and Blair coming at some point.